Hi, welcome to the class today. We're going to take a challenge in doing the bound. That means you will tighten your body with your own arm. I guess that you have done this many times in a yoga class before, but today we're going to take it a bit slower and we're going to add the bound in the twist. So we need a strap and optional a block. Let's leave the block to the side and leave the strap nearby. Sit on the floor in the cross-leg pose. Make sure you are comfortable. Take a deep inhale to raise your spine up straight and exhale to close your eyes. When you inhale, imagine you are getting taller. Your head is reaching up to the ceiling. And exhale. Continue inhaling. Make your torso grow up big. And exhale, squeeze your belly in. Try to maintain the same height with your head and your spine. Make your breath more and more powerful. Next time you inhale, inhale even more. And next time you exhale, squeeze your belly button in. You can recall yourself, you can remind yourself of the Uddiyana Bandha, the energy lock in your stomach. Every time you exhale, you can squeeze your stomach up very tight. So you feel that lock of energy again. So every time you inhale, get longer. And every time you exhale, tighten your belly. For a few more breaths. Then let's slowly open your eyes. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. Reach your hands toward the ceiling. And exhale, bring your right hand down to the floor. Side bending to the right side. Let's inhale, turn your palms, turn your chest up. And bring your hand behind you and in front of you for 3 times. Imagine you are painting a very big circle. Make it as big as you can. Move your whole shoulder joints. And then bring your arms over your head again. Let's bring your hand in front of you and then behind you. So paint the circle but change direction. And 3 times. Then bring both hands down to the floor, reaching your left hand onto your right side. See how much you can bring your left fingers to the right side. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Let's bring both of your hands to the front of your mat and forward bend. Keep walking your hands as far as you can to the front of your mat. Let go of your head. And then walk your hands to the left side. So now your left hand will be on the floor and your right hand will be over your head. Try to sit still on the floor with your sitting bones. And then let's bring your hand behind you and in front of you. Maintain your long and slow breath. Try to feel the stretch that happened around your shoulder for one last time, and then keep your arms over your head. Then bring your hand in front of you and behind you for 3 rounds. And stay here. Bring your right hand down to the floor to the left side and try to walk your right hand more and more to the left side. It's stretching you at the right side of your body. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Then let's go back to the front of your mat and forward bend. Then walk your hands back and change leg. So inhale, bring your arms up, and then left hand down to the floor. Bring your top hand behind you for 3 rounds. Try to go a bit faster and bigger. 1 more round and then we will change direction. So hand in front of you and behind you. Then keep this arm pointing to the sky. Turn your palm back and bring your right hand down to your lower back. Move your right hand more to your left side. So your right hand will be touching you at the left waist. Bring your left hand up, inhale, and exhale. Let's lean to the other side. Side bending. And then bring your left hand down to your right knee and twist yourself. So inhale longer and exhale, twist deeper. Every time you exhale, it's a chance for you to turn your chest more and more to the right side. You can also look all the way back, so you are twisting your neck too. And then let's come back to the center. Let your hand go. Now your right hand will be on the floor. Bring your arms over your head. Move your left hand behind you and in front of you for 3 rounds. After 3 rounds, let's bring your hand in front of you and behind you. And 3 rounds. Now point your left hand up to the sky, turn your palm back and bring it down to your waist. Your left hand will show up at your right waist. Bring your right hand up to the sky, inhale and exhale, side bending. Always find your way to bring your left hand more and more to the right side. And then bring your right hand down to your knee. Sit up straight, inhale, get taller and exhale, twist. Every time you exhale, squeeze your belly in, pull with your right arm and bring your chest more and more to the left side. Then let's find your way back to the front. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, bring your hands down to the floor and move to a table pose. Make your hands right below your shoulders and your knees right below your hips. Inhale, cow pose, and exhale, cat pose. 2 more rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last time, try to make the cow and the cat bigger than all the cows and cats before. Move even your neck and your tailbone. And then we see in the table pose. Let's inhale, bring your right leg up, arc your spine like cow pose. And exhale, round your back. Touch your knee to your face and step your right foot forward. Inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Keep one straight line from your right to your left elbow. Inhale and exhale, twist yourself to the right side. At first we will just stay here, there will be no arm helping you here. Every time you exhale, twist more, squeeze your belly in, see how much you can go. And then put your left arm outside of your right knee. Every time you inhale, get taller, get longer with your spine, and every time you exhale, turn your chest toward the sky. So ideally, your thumb will end up at the middle of your chest. Feel how your arm pushing very much into your knee, but your knees also pushing back into your arm. And then let's find your way back. Put your right hand down to the floor, inside your right foot. Turn your left foot to the right side and change your left knee position. So now there will be one straight line going from your front foot to your back knee. Let's hold the strap with your left hand and inhale, bring your left hand up to the ceiling. Turn your left palm back and bring your left hand down with the strap to to your right hip. Now let's push your arm into your knee and turn your chest up higher. Bend your elbow and find the other end of the strap in the bound. So you will not be leaning forward. You are going to lean back into your front leg and twist your chest toward the sky. Stay here and do the same action every time you inhale longer and exhale. Maybe you can tighten your hands toward each other and turn your chest toward the sky. It's a big side bending here and also a big twist in this pose. For one more breath, even when your belly is under a lot of pressure, inhale deeply and exhale, slowly release the strap. Bring your left hand up and bring the strap down to the floor. So move your knee back. And then inhale, raise your arms up. We go back to the twist, hands in front of your heart. And we twist just like we did before. Push into your leg and twist. This time, keep the connection between your arm and your knee and open your arm. Imagine your arm wants to push so much into your knee that your whole body can twist to the side. Look at anything that makes you feel balanced here. And then turn your top hand back and bring your top hand down to the other waist. This is half of a bound. And then let's find your way back to the floor. Bring your knee back toward each other. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Walk your heels on and off the floor. And then inhale, plank pose. Exhale, knees down. Lay down to the floor. Inhale, Cobra pose. And exhale, we go back to the floor. Push up into a table pose. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat for 2 more rounds. You don't have to rush. Just be slow and wait for the breath to finish. Then you can move to cat or cow. One last time. Then we see in cow pose. And bring your left leg up. So inhale. Exhale, bring your left knee toward your left arm. Round yourself like cat pose. Step your left foot toward your left hand. And raise yourself in a kind of low lunge, but without a stretch. Hands in front of your heart. Make one straight line between your elbows. And then twist yourself to the left side as you exhale. Every time you inhale, get taller, and exhale, twist, squeeze your belly in and bring your chest toward the left side more. And then let's bring your right upper arm to the outside of your left knee. Push your knee to your arm. Feel this strong connection between them. And turn your chest toward the sky. So you're using the forks of pushing between your knee and your arm to twist. And eventually your thumbs will be at the middle of your chest. For one more breath, let's inhale, get longer with your spine, and exhale, twist more. And find your way down to the floor. Now let's hold the strap with your right hand. Bring your left hand down to the floor inside your left foot. And find the connection between your left knee and your left upper arm. Turn your right foot behind you and change the position so that there will be one straight line that comes from your foot to your right knee. Hold the strap with your right hand, bring it up to the sky, and then turn your right hand back and bring the strap down to wait at your left hip. Always turning your chest up. And the other hand on the floor you can bring underneath your leg and find the other end of the strap. Inhale, turning your chest up. Get longer with your inhale. And twist deeper, turning your chest up more and more. Take one more deep breath. And slowly come back. So let go of the strap. Change your back knee position and raise yourself up. We're going to twist again, hands in front of your heart as you inhale, and exhale, twist. Once you find your maximum twist, keep the connection between your arm and your knee, and then open your arms. So one arm pointing down toward the floor and the other arm pointing up to the sky. Let's turn your top hand back and bring it down to your other side. Wait here and continue pushing to twist your body up toward the sky. One more breath and slowly come back. Bring both hands down to the floor, step back, go to downward facing dog. Let's walk your heels on and off the floor. You can swing your hips from side to side. And then look at your hands and step your feet toward your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. Now let's bend your right knee and straighten your left knee. Keep your right hand on the floor and bring your left hand up. It's a forward bend pose, but we are in the twist variation. See if you can straighten your left knee so you get a hamstring stretch on the left side. And then turn your top hand back and bring it down to your right side. Keep turning your chest up higher and higher. And then let's move your left arm up and bring it down to the floor. Bend your left knee, step your right foot back, a long step. Keep your right hand on the floor. You can use a block to hold yourself here. Bend your front knee, make your front knee right on the top of your front ankle. Raise your back heel up high and then turn yourself into a twisted lunge. And here, try to lift your left shoulder up and also your right hip up. So it's opposite forks that make you twist more. Don't drop your right hip to the floor. Try to lift it off the floor. And then bring your hands down to the floor. You can remove the block here. We will stand up in high lunge pose. So inhale, we stand up. Inhale, get longer in your spine. And exhale, keep the same height, squeeze your belly in. Warrior 2, bring your back foot down to the floor. Bend your front knee a lot and stand a bit wider than your normal Warrior 2. To me, the more I bend my knee, the easier I can do the bound. So you can bend your knee a lot. Bring your arms out. Let's do reverse warrior, but bring your right hand behind you and hook into your left leg or your left waist. Reverse warrior. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And go back to warrior 2, inhale. And now let's bring your front hand down to the floor. If you cannot reach the floor, you can hold a block with you. Bend your front knee a lot and feel the connection between your left knee and your left hand. Left knee and your left arm. Then find the strap with your right hand. Bring the strap up to the sky and behind you. Turn your right hand back and down. So now your right hand will be waiting at your left buttock at the outside. Bend your left elbow and from underneath hold the strap. You are in the bound now. Extended side angle with the bounded variation. Inhale, grow your head up forward longer and exhale, twist more. And always pay attention to the connection between your elbow, your arm and your knee. Inhale, be longer in your spine and exhale, twist more. Turn your chest more toward the sky. Maybe you can hold your hands or you can walk your hands closer on the strap. And then let's get out of this pose, so bring your hands down to hold the block and remove the strap. Keep the blocks here. Let's walk your back foot a bit closer and stand up with both of your knees straight. Triangle pose. So inhale, bring your arms out. Let's turn your right hand behind you and wait at your left hip. Reverse triangle, inhale. And exhale, push your hip back, reach your left hand to the front and down to the block. And now let's turn your heart up as you inhale. And then release your hands and bring your hands back down to the floor. Remove the block, lift your back heel up. Walk your front foot back in plank pose. Knees down to the floor and lay down to the floor. Inhale, Cobra pose. Exhale, let's go to plank and downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. And then bend your knees. This time, turn your hips out, but keep your shoulders the same. Try to lift your knees up higher and higher so that you feel a stretch on your left leg. And then bring your right knee toward your right armpit and step forward. Inhale, raise yourself up into high lunge. And then twist. Bring your left hand in front of you and bring your right hand behind you. So it's a twist here. Every time you exhale, turn your chest more and more to the side. Bring your hands in front of your heart for the twist. And see if you can lean yourself forward and bring your left arm outside of your right knee. If you are here, push yourself to twist more. And maybe open your arms. So one will be up and one will be down. You don't have to stay here for so long. Bring both of your hands down to the floor and step your back foot forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up straight, hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Take some breath here. Same flow, starting with your left leg. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Now let's bend your left knee and straighten your right knee. Keep your left hand on the floor and bring your right hand up to the sky. We are in twisting pose. See if you can straighten your right knee so that you get the hamstring stretch too. If it's too intense, you can still bend your knee, but make sure you still get the stretch. And then your top hand will turn back and bring it down to weight at your left hip. Turn your chest up to the sky more and more. Imagine you want to push your right shoulder back behind you so you get the stretch at the side and at the front of your body. And then let's move your hand up to the sky and bring your hands down to the floor. Bend your right knee. Step your left foot back, a long step, the lunge. So now your right knee will be on the top of your ankle. Put the block underneath your left hand. Try to push your back knee off the floor and twist yourself into twisted lunge. Now you are lifting your right shoulder up. Try to lift your left hips up too. So it's two opposite ends of your back. Keep your legs really strong. And then bring your hands back to the floor. You can keep the block here and stand up into Warrior Two. Let's raise yourself up in high lunge pose. For one more breath, inhale, get taller. And exhale. Bring your back foot down to the floor. Go to Warrior Two. Make the Warrior Two bigger. Bend your front knee more. And then your left hand will be touching your low back and then slice to the right side. Reverse Warrior. Inhale, stretch yourself. And exhale, slowly come back. And now bring your front hand down to the floor. If you cannot reach the floor, hold the block. But feel how your right knee are touching your right upper arm. And then find the strap and hold the strap with your left hand. Bring the strap up to the sky and behind you. Turn your left hand back and bring it down to wait at your right hip. And now push your arm into your knee very much. Lean yourself back into your front side and then find the other end of the strap. Every time you inhale, be longer. Imagine your head is reaching forward, and every time you exhale, walk your hands closer on the strap and turn your chest up to the sky more. The bound. Make your legs really strong. It's not only a side bend and twist, it's also hip opening here. Be stable with your legs for one more breath. And then release your hand and get the strap to the side. You're going to stand up and step your foot a bit closer, triangle pose. Arms out as you inhale. Bring your left hand behind you and find your right side. Again, reverse triangle. And then go to triangle pose with the half bound. You can put your hands on the block or on the floor, but either way, turn your chest up to the sky. And always thinking of pushing your left shoulders behind you. So it's stretching at your chest whenever you inhale too. One more time, inhale, get longer with your spine. And exhale, twist a bit deeper. Then open your arms and find your way back to the floor. Remove the block and the strap to the side. Let's step back into plank pose. Knees down and lay down to the floor. Squeeze your elbows in all the time. Inhale, Cobra pose. And exhale, round yourself to plank and down dog. Lift your left leg up as you inhale. Bend your left knee and flip your hips. So now you're in a hip opening. Raise your knee up really high that you start feeling the stretch happening on your right leg. Then bring your left knee toward your face, move forward, step your left foot down to the floor. Raise your back heel up and raise yourself to stand up. Inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, twist right hand in front of you and left hand behind you. The lunge twisted. Every time you exhale, twist more. Every time you inhale, find the stretch feeling happening at your belly. And then bring your hands into a prayer sign in front of your heart. Lean yourself forward and put the outside of your right arm to the outside of your right hip, left hip. And then let's add the elbow extension. Straighten your elbows. So now one arm is pointing up and one arm is pointing down. You don't have to stay here for long. We'll go back to this pose later. Hands down to the floor and step your back foot forward. Forward bend, exhale. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, forward bend. Try to go deeper. And stand up in chair pose as you inhale. Exhale, stand up straight completely. Hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Take a break in Tadasana. Stand at the front of your mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward bend. Now let's bend your right knee and keep your right hand on the floor. Your left hand will hold the strap and bring it to the sky. Bring your left hand back and bring the strap behind you so you can move the strap toward the outside of your right hip. Now bring your right hand underneath and between your legs and try to find the other end of the strap. So here you're in the bounded, twisted forward bend pose. Move your shoulder lower and deeper so that your knee will be very much close to your shoulders. Let's push your left hip back and twist yourself so your chest wants to go up to the sky. It's a lot of stretch at the outside of your left leg. Inhale deeply and exhale. And slowly get out of the pose. Still holding the strap with your left hands. Step your left foot back a long step. And we stand up in Warrior Two. Bend your front knee a bit more. Make your feet a bit wider and bring your arms out. Bring your hand to weight at your right hip. Reverse warrior. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And then still keep your right hand here. And then still keep your left hand here. Bring your right hand down to the floor, inside your foot. Feel how your knees touching your shoulders, touching your upper arm, and turn your chest to face the sky. Now your right hand on the floor, bend that elbow and find the other tail of the strap and twist in the bound. Keep your legs really strong. Inhale, feel how your head is growing longer, and exhale, twist. Turn your chest up to the sky more. Every time you have a chance, walk your hands closer on the strap. Inhale deeply and exhale. Slowly get out of this pose and we stand up. Make your feet closer. We do triangle pose. So inhale, bring your arms out. And then bring your left hand with the strap to the right side again. Reverse triangle pose. Inhale. Keep your back hand still here, but move your right hand forward and bring it down to the floor, triangle pose. First, turn your chest up to face the sky. Then you can see if you can bend your right elbow and find the other end of the strap. This is already a bound. If you feel like it's too intense, bend your front knee a little bit. And then slide your arm deeper. So now your knee will be higher above your elbows. Walk your hand closer and turn your chest up more and more. Imagine you are pushing your hip to the left side of your mat, but you are leaning your back to the right side of your mat. And slowly get out of the pose. That's twisted triangle. Remove the strap and step back into plank pose. Bring your knees down and lay down to the floor. Inhale, Cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spend some time in down dog to move your hips up higher. It's like you're lengthening your spine after a lot of twisting. Inhale, bring your right leg up and open your hip. Inhale, bring your left leg up and open your hip. Inhale, bring your right leg up, open your hip. Try to point your toes high. And then bend your right knee, step your right foot toward your right hand. Bring your back foot down to the floor so that you can stand up and get ready for the pyramid pose. But at first, put the block on the left side of your front foot and we stand up. Straighten both of your knees. Fix your hips position so that they are now facing the front of your mat. Pyramid pose. Arc your spine a little bit and pulling your right hip back. Left hand down to the block. And twist yourself into twisted triangle. Stay here and always pulling your right hip back. Take deep inhale and exhale. Find the twist and find the stretch happening outside of your buttock area. And then bring your hands down. Let's walk your back foot further away. Bend your front knee so that you are ready to go to Warrior 1. And we do twist from there. Let's move the block and put it on the outside of your front foot. Hold the strap with you and stand up. Now you hold the strap with your right hand. Bend your front knee a lot and straighten your back knee. We're going to twist, so bring your hands in front of your heart and twist to the side. If you need to bring your back heel up, that's fine. Put your arm outside your knee. Push them into each other so that your chest will be facing the right side of your mat. Open your arms and your hand on the floor. You can hold onto the block. Keep the connection between your knee and your arm. You can bend your knee a little bit more. Make your back leg really strong. And then let's bring the strap behind you. That's already a half bound. To do the full bound, bend your left elbow. Maybe you can hold the other end of the strap. Keep your leg really strong and turn your chest to face the sky. You can look at anything that make your pose balance. Take 2 deep inhale. Now that your belly is being squeezed very much, And exhale completely for one more time only. And then slowly get out of this pose. So step your back foot forward into forward bend. Hold the floor with your fingertips. Stand only on your left leg and bring your right leg up, just like we did in the downward facing dog. Point your right toes up to the sky as high as you can. And then bring your right foot down to the floor. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. And we stand up. Bring your arms over your head to inhale. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale to expand your torso. And exhale. Stay here for several long and calm breaths to get ready to the next side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. Let's bend your left knee this time. Put your left hand on the floor. And hold the strap with your right hand. It's fine if you bend both knees, but bend your left knee a bit more. And try to straighten your right knee to the maximum extent that you can do on your body so that you can get the hamstring stretch. And now let's put the strap on the outside of your left hip. Your left hand will go underneath and find the other end of the strap. Try to bring your belly low and push your arm deep so your knee will be on your shoulders. And then inhale, push your left hip back. And then inhale, push your right hip back and turn your chest up to the sky. See if you can walk your hand closer into the strap. We are creating a very difficult situation for ourselves in this bounded pose. Slowly get out of this pose. Still holding the strap with your right hand. Step your right foot back, a long step, and stand up into Warrior 2. Bend your front knee a lot and step a bit wider. Bring your hands out in Warrior 2. And now bring the strap to the left side and wait here. Reverse Warrior. Inhale and exhale. Slowly come back to Warrior 2. But still keep the strap there. Slowly come back to Warrior 2 and keep the strap there. Bring your hand down to the floor. Bend your front knee a lot so that your arm will be touching the inside of your knee. Turn your chest up to the sky, inhale. And now bend your left elbow and find the strap on the other side. Make both of your legs really strong so that you can lean your chest back toward your front leg and turn your chest toward the sky. Anytime you're ready, walk your hands a bit closer. Inhale, get longer. And exhale deeper into the pose. Then slowly get out of this. Still keep your hand behind you here. And slowly get out of this pose. Stand up straight. Move your feet closer. Triangle pose. Bring your arms out as you inhale. Bring your right hand behind you again and show up at the left side. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, triangle pose. Notice that you're already in half a bound. Now you just need to bend your left elbow and find the other end of the strap. Now you're in a full bound. You can bend your knees a little bit if it's too intense for you, but lower your arms. So now your knee will be higher than your elbow. And then turn your chest up to the sky. Imagine your hip is pushing toward the right side of the room, but your chest is leaning back toward the left side of your mat. Walk your hand closer anytime you have a chance here. For one more breath, and then slowly get out of this pose. Hands down to the floor. Step back to plank pose. Knees down and lay down to the floor. Take a small break here. And next time you inhale, Cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's lift your left leg up. Inhale and open your hip out to the side. Bend your left knee and step your left foot forward. Bring your back foot down to the floor so that you can stand up in pyramid. But before that, bring the block to the inside of your front foot and stand up. So we're going to do a twisted triangle on the foundation of pyramid pose. Keep your hip facing forward, straighten both of your knees. Inhale, a cow pose, and exhale, bring your spine parallel to the floor. Always pull your left hip back, bring your right hand to the block, and twist your chest toward the left side and bring your left arm up. Stay here in pyramid. Stay here in twisted triangle. Always pull your left hip back. For one more breath, feel all the stretch happening outside of your left buttock. And then bring your hand down to the floor. Let's find the strap, bring it closer. Remove the block to the outside of your front foot. Bend your front knee and step your back foot wider into a warrior one pose. Hold the strap with you and stand up. This time let's hold the strap with your right hand. This time let's hold the strap with your left hand. Bring your hands in front of your heart, ready for the twist. Bend your front knee a lot and start twisting so that you can put your right arm outside. Bring your hands in front of your heart and start twisting so you can put your right arm outside of your left knee. If you need to pick your back heel off the floor, do that. Do very slowly and make sure you are balancing here. Then you can think of opening your arm, bend your front knee more so that your knee and your arm are still connecting together. The hand on the floor, you can hold on the block, and the hand holding the strap, bring it behind you and wait at the other side hip. Now it's a challenge. Keep your legs really strong so you can do this bound. Bend your right elbow and find the other end of the strap. If you are there, let's twist your chest up to the sky more and take 2 deep breaths. If you are not there, it's fine. Just do half a bound and always twist more. And slowly get out of this pose. Move the strap out. And step your back foot forward in forward bend. Hold the floor with your fingertips and stand only with your right leg. Pick your left leg up and raise it up straight to the sky. You can also flip your hips just like we did in downward facing dog. And bring your feet down to the floor. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. And we stand up. Arms over your head to inhale. And to exhale, hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Take some long and slow breath. Now let's sit down to the floor with your legs in front of you. Try to sit with your spine neutral, that means your back straight. We're going to do one more twist and bound it in the sitting pose. So let's bend your right knee and bring your right heel very close to you. And you are here. And then bring your right arm inside. So your knee will be outside of your arm. You can see this. And bend your arm so you're wrapping around your right leg. The other hand, you can bring it behind you and maybe your hand can find. Otherwise, use the strap to help you. Lean yourself forward as if you want to put your head down to your leg. It's fine if your right hip is being lifted off the floor. This pose is Janusirasana, head to knee pose, but in another variation. And then raise yourself up. Keep your leg the same, but we're going to do the twist this time. And we're going to twist the other way. So put the strap one on your ankle and one end on your left hip. Push into your right leg so that you can really put your left arm outside. Twist yourself. Inhale and exhale, move your whole chest over to the right side. Now you have two options. You can just stay here, option one, or you can hold the strap with your left hand and the other hand find the other end of the strap. So here you are. Inhale, use your own back strength to grow up taller, and exhale, walk your hands a bit closer to each other and always keep both hips on the floor. It's really hard. And then let's go out of the pose. So it's a lot of belly squeezing. Lean back, give your legs some relax. And we do the same on the other side. So bend your left knee, make your left heel come close to you. And then inhale, move your left arm inside your left knee. Bend your left elbow so you're wrapping around your left leg. The other hand will go back and find your hands. If you cannot find your hands, use a strap to hold your hands. This one is not too hard. Then lean yourself forward as if you want to put your head on your knee. Stay here. And we will do the twist. So for the bounded option, let's make the strap one end on your right, one end on your left ankle and the other end on your right hip. Really push yourself so that your right arm will be outside of your left hip, and bring your left hand behind you and twist. Here, whenever you inhale, grow taller, and exhale, push your arm and your knees toward each other to twist more. It's very hard to breathe here, but keep breathing. You are unlocking more volume, more capacity for your lungs by stretching the muscles around your rib cage. Then if you want to do the bounded version, let's bend your right elbow and find one end of the strap. Lift your left hand behind you from the floor and hold the other end of the strap. Inhale, use your back strength to grow up taller. And exhale, walk your hands closer. This is not an easy situation, but try to inhale deeply no matter what. And then we can get out of this pose. And we lay down to the floor. Savasana is ready here for you. If you want to do any other pose, you can do them. Now that your spine has been through a lot of twisting and bounding, you have earned more space for your spine. You can lift your hips up and move your hips away from your shoulders, and do the same with your knees. And do the same with your heels. Move them away from your hips. And move your hands away from your shoulders. So you are expanding on the floor. When you inhale, feel your belly expanding. We have done a lot of squeezing around the belly area, and it's very good for the organs inside. Let's visualize how we are exhaling all the waste or all the unnecessary things inside our organs. It's like a detox, you know. Let your body relax on the floor. Imagine you have been squeezing your torso so much that now there's so much new fresh air coming in and fill up your lungs. Let your body and your mind relax on the floor. You are no longer in the difficult situation like twisting and binding. You are in a very easy, relaxing mode. I'm going to get out of this pose, but you can choose to be here for however long you want. So that's about the bound. And some people like me, I have very long arms compared to my body. So I bound myself much easier than some people. So if you find it hard to do the bound and the twist today, you know that it will improve as you do more and more yoga. So remember where you were today and appreciate that and notice that, so that you can track your progress and see if next time you can do more. This twisting and binding is very good for the spine. It unlocks space for the spine and also space around your lungs, so you can breathe in and out more. Thank you very much, and let's see you in the next class. Namaste.